that button. And we go, hey there, welcome. This is the Master's Lair presents Curse of Strahd. We don't have a subline yet, but that's coming down the line at some point, I'm sure.
Just made one last week.
I can't remember what it was, man. Anybody got a memory?
It's something to do with us
Strahd,
being
we
the best.
worship you?
Probably something about we're the baddies or some shit like that. Which is apt because we are indeed playing the baddies. Joining me, I'm Riley, I'll be your DM. Joining me is Ryan, Chelsea, and Justin. That's the order I see them in.
Howdy.
And in that order, they will be representing Wolfram, Gritzel, and Inferno. So, enjoy the ride, hopefully. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Alright, I've done all the typical shit I need to do at the front end. What do we want to do first? Do we want to do our recap first, or do we want to get into what we got for levels? Ba-da-ba-ba.
Go with whatever.
Greeted by silence, isn't that a lovely thing?
Let's do recap because that led to the level ups.
Alrighty. So then this is the point of the show where I go, hey Ryan.
Yes. Last session, a valiant party of totally the good guys, definitely the good guys. We fought. We were in the middle. We resumed in the middle of a combat and spent most of the session fighting for our very fucking lives. Ended up winning that combat without any casualties on our side. Looks at Vlad's unconscious body. No casualties at all.
Of anyone important.
Yeah, no, and nothing of importance. Hey, he lived. He lived. He wasn't a casualty. He lived. He didn't die.
I just took a nap.
He just took a little nap a couple of times. But yeah, no, we saw what appeared to be the sword we were looking for Lord Strahd. But it disappeared when the guy holding it was murderized by us. We then went, searched a few more rooms, found a throne, managed to hit a button to activate something that opened a trap door. And, like the genius she is, Gritzel, seeing a sword and not wanting to check if it was cursed or not, decided to immediately grab it with her grubby little goblin hands.
Okay, first of all, it was a hilt, not a sword.
It
Okay,
was just
a
the hilt.
It
is
just a hilt.
She's
Okay.
right.
It's just a hilt. Okay, I'll give you that, Gritzel. It was just a hilt that you didn't check if it was cursed and grabbed with your grubby little goblin mitts.
Just a shiny object in a drawer.
And you instantly got
and
fucking
also,
cursed.
Like we have to keep in mind that Gritzel is a rogue.
Gritzel, listen. Yeah. Oh, I see. Her grubby little goblin rogue hands. There we go. Listen, I'd understand if it was a pile of teeth, but, seriously?
Well, you can't fight against just rogues in themselves.
I don't know. I don't know what the teeth market's like, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, fair enough. They gotta diversify her portfolio with broken swords. But anyway, the Gritzel gets cursed. We managed to identify it as a very important looking sun sword. So we burn the place down and head back to Strahd's castle, where we get in and tell Strahd we found the sword, and Gritzel is apparently incapable of letting go of it. And that's basically where we ended last session. Oh, also we leveled up.
We did level up, which is a wonderful segue. Hey, did you know the guy that invented segways died because he drove a Segway off a cliff accidentally?
Yeah, I did know that.
That was a fun fact I learned this weekend.
I've known that fun fact for a couple of years now. It's funny. It is very funny that he died due to Segway.
My question was, yes.
Do you know that there's
the guy who invented Segways.
The guy who invented Segways died from accidentally driving off a cliff.
There's a tiny park in the middle of the woods in upstate in New Hampshire called Clark's Trading Post, and they have like a Segway riding arena, like where you can get in and just run segways everywhere. Like it's a
Amazing.
ride, like it's like an amusement park ride. Get on a Segway and just run around.
Wally. All right. So to set the scene a little bit, we are standing in Strahd's throne room with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Lord Strahd von Zarevich. Having reported that we have found the hilt of the sword he was looking for, and yet we are not handing it over. How are we going to deal with this situation?
We're not unwilling to hand it over. It's just that Miss Ratslayer appears to be incapable of letting go of it.
Yeah, well, Gritzel, you got to share. Just remember
Oh,
that.
no, we were doing level up shit. Sorry. What did we get for level 7, folks? Who wants to talk to me
Yes.
first?
Wolfram.
Wolfram! Hello, Senor Wolfram. How are you
Wolfram had all. Just to recap, Wolfram has 5 levels of War Domain Cleric in him, and had already had 1 level of Fighter in him. I grabbed a 2nd level of Fighter, so I gained access to Action Surge in addition to my Fighting Style and Second Wind.
Yeah, no big deal. I'm just a level
Already
7.
had,
I
so
can
yeah.
swing
Level
3
7.
times
Plus,
on a turn. Fuck off.
What?
4 times,
Level 7 I
technically.
gave. No, not really.
Well, because you can action surge, and then because you're a war domain, you can bonus action.
Yeah, that's 3 attacks. That's 1,
But
2. That's action,
You
action,
have 5
bonus.
you don't get an extra attack for the 5 levels in cleric.
No.
Not for war.
Cleric never gets. No, War Domain Cleric doesn't get an extra attack till later.
Oh. I knew
think
war
on
got
my
it. I just assumed they gave it to
Okay,
him around
double
5.
checking. Double checking.
I think just fighters
Nope,
and
I
paladins.
never get it.
Fighters,
War Domain-
paladins, rangers,
And barbarians.
Yeah.
barbarians,
Oh.
and certain subclasses of bard.
Yeah, no. The reason
Oh.
I decided to multiclass into fighter was for the sake of an extra attack.
Okay. So you top out at 3.
Yeah, I top out at 3 until I hit level 5 in fighter. But yeah, no. So I got second wind plus with the tough feat, I managed to get 10 additional HP, so I'm up to 66 HP.
Nice.
Pretty simple, pretty basic.
Yeah, I mean nothing wrong with being simple, basic. You've kind of been filling in the front line.
Yeah, planning on
One of the
hopping
front
fighter
line
all the way to
roles,
level.
So
Planning on running fighter to level 5 or maybe 6, and then hopping back over and leveling cleric back up.
yeah, sometimes you just got to insert something for a little extra. All right, so we
Yeah.
will be seeing some of our favorite fighter hits, such as Action Surge and Second Wind. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, how invigorating. All righty. Then, who's next? Gritzel, Inferno. Wolfram has become more adept at fighting. Who's next?
I can go next. I also took another level in fighter, so I'm now 5 levels paladin, 2 levels in fighter, so I get that lovely action surge. So I could get that 3 attacks, and pretty much with the tough feat, it boosted up my HP pretty decently. So kind of excited to see more of that front line beating.
Alrighty.
So we both level up the same way, Justin.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
We have the beef. Alright, well that will leave us with just Gritzel. Gritzel. How's level 7 looking for you?
Level 7 is looking good. I get another D6 on my sneak attack. And I get evasion. So I can nimbly dodge from a few different effects that require me to do dexterity saving throws. If I fail them, I take half damage.
And if you succeed, you take
And
none. Correct.
yes.
Aha. Okay. Gritzel gets a little more roguey. Still packing just the
Yeah.
one attack per turn, but really stacking that damage up.
Yep.
Nothing like 46 fucking damage.
At a level,
Uh,
at level 7, man, that's like for melee output. That's a bit.
Yeah,
It's not bad. It's not bad.
high five, Gritzel.
I mean, it will wind up averaging out to about the same amount of damage you, Inferno, and Vlad can all do. But you have to take
Hey.
multiple swings to do it. Anyway, fun mechanical
Oh,
details.
no matter what, we have an effective rat slayer, so that's always positive.
That
Gritzel
leaves
is in
us
fact
with
the best
Vlad.
rat slayer.
Yes. Gritzel is #1 rat slayer. Vlad has taken another level in Bard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he took another level in Bard. So, snag some more spells. I don't know which one specifically. And nothing too exciting. Just second level in Bard. So, Jack of all trades, which half proficiency bonus to everything I'm not proficient in. Makes me skill monkey. Skill monkey! And I believe I also picked up Song of Rest. So that means extra d6s for short resties. Hooray! Oh, maybe I did. I must have done another level in Fighter. Because I now have an extra attack. Anyway. It's been a week and I've played a bunch of other games since. Hey,
Oh no. It's just one of those, yep, that happens.
Alright.
So,
So, we are in the throne room. Strahd is staring expectantly, hand outstretched to accept the hilt of the sword that Gritzel just seemingly refuses to part with.
I don't really know how to explain this to you, but I can't give this to you right now.
Well, you see, that would certainly require some sort of explanation, seeming as I am the great Lord Strahd, and you are nothing but a hireling that I sent to do a task.
It doesn't want me to let it go to you. It doesn't want me to let it go to anybody. That's my explanation. It says don't. It says keep me. I don't know.
Huh.
That is indeed irritating, to say the least.
I mean, I don't really know what to do with it either, but it just doesn't want me to give it to anybody. Everybody else has tried to take it or hold it or something.
You see, this makes for an odd predicament. I can't let that weapon just be in existence in the hands of someone that I don't fully trust. So, the question becomes, what am I going to do with you?
Well, the way I see it is you've got a couple options, right? You could kill me, but I just keep coming back, so you'd have to kill me a lot. Also, I sworn allegiance to you at this point. I got this tattoo, I think, or something somewhere here. She starts like pulling her sleeves up. Look at her. Ooh, I did swear guilty against a lot of people on your behalf, I think.
I mean, to be fair, my lord, we are loyal to nothing more than coin, and it seems like the rebel forces, or those who oppose you, lack coin, frankly.
Yes, yes, the fealty thing. Hmm. All right,
And
Gritzel. Go ahead, Inferno.
also, we found the sword, and if she's going to run away, we'll kill her. So we'll make sure that she doesn't run off with it.
Gritzel, you can make a persuasion check at advantage. Oh no.
God, Gritz, you are not a charismatic rat slayer.
Oh dear.
I don't charm the rats, I murder them. That's why the charisma
mean-
doesn't matter most of the time.
I mean, we just leveled up, so you probably got some extra hero points.
Okay, let's try this a different way. I chose
I'm
Gritzel
like-
because she was doing most of the talking here, but everybody talks, so we can make it a base party roll. Does somebody else want to
Everyone.
give that a shot?
Well, I got a +0, so Inferno.
Uh,
Any of us
I-
persuasive?
I mean,
We need our
Inferno started as paladin, so he should have some
Oh,
charisma.
Inferno with the W.
Very well.
Brittle, if we
let's
do have
see.
to murder you, no offense. It's just business.
It's just business.
To be clear, you understand that you are swearing to me, your lord and master, that you will do what needs to be done. If it should come to that. And if you
Yes.
don't, I will send the hand to hunt you.
I mean, this would not be the first time we've killed Gritzel for very little reason. Like, this feels more like more reason than we've killed her in the past.
I really couldn't care less. Very well, you may hold on to the sword for now.
Okay. Thank you for not killing me.
But I'm going to dock your pay heavily.
What? Here, take it.
All
Wait,
right.
is that her pay or our pay collectively?
You're all the same to me.
We'll make it. Gritzel, you're not getting paid. We're divvying up between everybody else.
Yeah, you know what, Gritzel, to compensate for this, you're not getting paid.
Because of this, because it won't let me give it away. I don't even want this thing. Do you want this thing?
Do you want us
I
to cut? I mean,
never-
we could.
I never
mean, we
wanted
could just
this
cut your-
thing.
I mean, we could just cut your hand off if you don't want to drop it.
Because that's how attunement works.
I mean, hey, she'd no
Cut my
longer be
hand
in
off,
physical
so be-
contact with it. She'd no longer be attuned.
And Gritzel, we could just kill you. I mean, you have options.
57
you-
times you would have to kill me right now. 57 times.
I mean, we could talk with Nyx and see if we get a scroll of remove curse. If it is a curse at all, frankly.
Do you really need to have this discussion in my presence?
Of course not, Lord Strahd. We will, we'll manage the situation.
I suppose I should send you on another task at this point, yes?
Of course, my lord.
Very well. Baba Yaga has been bothering me about overtaking the Wizard of the Wine. Have we already done the Wizards of the Wine? We did.
Yes.
Winery? Okay.
My lord Strahd, not to say anything towards your impeccable memory and whatnot, but we have already killed the crows running it and handed over their gems to Baba Yaga.
I was like, we've already done that. Shit. Okay, hang on. Brain fart! Okay, I could send you up there.
Lord Strahd just looking at the letters like, oh yeah, sorry, that was an older letter. Here, let me flips through paperwork.
Now, you remember the town of Kresk, I assume?
Yes.
Wonderful. Near there is a werewolf pack that seems to refuse to bend the knee. Deal with it somehow.
Very well, my lord. We will either bring them under your heel or bring you a new rug.
Yes. I think I have their leader in the dungeon, should you care to speak to him.
What might his name be, my lord?
I really have no idea.
Of course, my lord.
Well, go on.
All right,
Oh, wait.
let's go.
He chucks a sack. He pulls the sack of money out, dumps a lot of it back into a chest, and then tosses it over.
Wolfram's gonna take it. How much coin is left?
Okay. Let's tabulate. Shall we?
I'm curious to know how much coin Gritzel lost us.
Well, I mean, you don't know how much was in the bag originally, so you won't have that answer.
Fair enough.
There's not much I can do about that. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yes, I did. There it is. It is. Oh no.
Britzel.
Gritzel.
Britzel. Can
I was
see your
getting a
hand?
napkin. What happened?
Well, Strahd pulled out our payment and dumped the majority of it back into a chest, and then threw the sack to us.
Gosh.
So we've lost over half of our payment, thanks to
The point.
Here, Wolfram, try to take this. She holds it
Well,
to
it's
you.
too late now. We've already had our pay docked, Gritzel.
To the point where Riley went, "Oh no!"
You get 5 You get 5 Electrum.
All right. So within the goal, the pouchy
Mm-hmm.
is 37,500 gold pieces.
And that's under half of what we would have originally had, too.
Britzel.
Or 37.
Wolfram is
Okay,
giving
fine.
you.
500.
Wolfram is looking at you, Gritzel. He does not say a word.
Okay, 37,500 divided by 3.
Or we're gonna play. We gotta play Vlad. Even though he just joined, I feel like it's best to pay him and get him in their good graces.
Fine. We'll play nice
So that-
with him until he dies. Then we'll just loot his body.
Armand is right off to some corner of the castle to deal with his IBS.
None for the goblin.
I'm so sorry, Gritzel.
Gritzel's so mad at this freaking sword. She doesn't want this stupid
That was-
thing.
That was probably 10,000, or there's probably 100,000 gold originally, or at least close to it.
Ah, this is very generous. Thank you.
Like
Very
we could have
much
had
appreciate
20,000 coins apiece.
Ah.
So, you've been given a task of hunting werewolves. Well, not necessarily hunting, but I assume it's you guys. You're most likely not really gonna try and talk to them. Yeah.
We're going to try to talk to them in the same way the Roman Empire tries to talk to barbarian tribes.
Exactly.
Submit to the will
A
of our
forest
Lord
fire.
Strahd. No, then we'll fucking make you.
So, we have also
That's-
gleaned from Lord Strahd's mouth himself that the leader is already imprisoned within the dungeons of the castle. What do we want to do?
Well, do we want to go speak to the leader of this werewolf cabal, or do we just want to go and deal with them?
Yeah, let's talk to the leader, see if there's any information, but then we'll go and have a discussion, in quotes, with the werewolves.
Agreed. All right, Inferno, you lead the way.
It does not seem as if we have any intention of having discussion. Am I following social cue correctly?
Well, we're going to convince them to submit to the will of our Lord Strahd, be it through words or through steel. Or I guess in this case, silver.
Or fire.
Or fire?
No, let's not rule it out.
So, yoink, yoink, yoink. Okay. Did we want to go talk to the leader? Yes, maybe, no?
Yeah.
Yes, to see if we
Yes.
can gather any information.
There. You're dead.
We need to approach this in a kind and fair manner so that we can determine what each party wants and how we can reach a consensus. That being said, Grit will get the pliers.
Fritz
Hmm.
will get the pliers.
Well, we are approaching with a open mind, so that's positive. And
Mhm.
we have a outcome that we want. So it sounds like a good win-win.
Okay, you
Listen,
guys
if they don't want to
have
talk,
gone to the dungeon before, but I would like
Yes.
a history check to see if you remember how to get there. From everybody!
roll, roll, roll.
Oh, I actually have a decent intelligence.
Not very well.
Okay, well, Gritzel and Inferno, between the two of you, you can figure it out. Wolfram, you're entirely lost.
I mean, there's a reason I asked those two to lead.
Mhm. Yoink. So, I will plop y'all here, and then I'll go find the right page. Helps if the book is the right side up.
Book?
Book.
Who deals with books these days?
I do, man.
Books.
Because it's way easier than
uses
scrolling. I can flip faster than I can scroll, bro.
Justin, you were just a librarian 5 seconds ago.
Also, Chelsea, I hope we're not pushing on you too hard.
No, you're fine.
I just want to make sure we love you, Chelsea. It's all her fun. We're clowning on Gritz.
You are probably pushing her to the resistance or whatever, but they also don't pay, so.
Yeah, but maybe you could get them money.
Why would we work for both? To do that, we'd have to work for free. If we're getting the money, why don't we just take the money for ourselves? Come on.
Oh.
Whoa! Work for free. That's crossing the line.
That sounds an awful lot like charity, and this don't look like a fucking charity to me.
Don't say the C word.
Yeah, no, don't say the C word. Listen, we sell swords. We sell our swords to those who can afford it. Not my fault that the resistance is broke as fuck and can't afford us.
The stairs descend into black, still water that fills an arched hallway before you. The water surface is like dark, mirrored glass, disturbed only occasionally by the thwick of a drop falling from the ceiling. 20 feet ahead, arched doorways lead downward from each side of the hallway. In each arched doorway, an iron door stands, partially submerged. Wolfram, can you give me another history check?
I very much remember what this water does. Well, let's see if Wolfram does.
I know you might, but...
This water looks nasty.
Yeah. Everybody, well, Gritzel and Inferno, let's do another history check. See what memory has for us. Ooh.
History.
This water looks wet.
The water does look wet. Inferno, you remember that there are certain spots in the water that will teleport you into cells. And you know what? You got a 20, which definitely beats the DC. So, I am going to boink, do this way. You remember where those spots are. Boo boo doo boo. Nope. Alright. Yes. You can see little squares with. So you're going to want to do your best to avoid those particular spots. In the hallway, the water is only, let's see, 3 feet deep.
Okay.
So probably about waist high on everybody but Gritzel. Gritzel, how tall are you?
Not super tall.
That's...
I don't know.
Check the bio section of your...
Oh, 3'2".
3'2". Okay, Gritzel is barely keeping her chin above water.
I can't. Okay.
Gritzel, how about you lead the way?
I imagine that Gritzel is like doggy paddling.
Stay above water. Stay above water.
Now keep in mind, I haven't told you about those red squares.
Inferno.
Gritzel, you might want to be careful. Inferno. Let's get going.
I mean, she's just gonna keep going forward.
Okay. Well, you go swoop, and then you go swoop.
Ritzel.
You just hear like a scream. What has happened to me?
Both of them. Remember,
Yeah.
remember. There's right there, and right there. If you step on them, you get teleported to a cell, and
Oh,
Grizzle should have been teleported into
Gritzel,
one of these cells.
the cell that you find yourself in, the water is 5 foot deep here.
Oh.
So
Oh,
you're
crap.
gonna
Of
have
course
to
it
use
is.
a swim speed.
Why wouldn't it be?
Which means you are at half your movement speed. As you guys descend the stairs, the water also rises by 2 feet. So it is all
Oh,
probably
the doors.
chest system. Yes, the door is locked. What do you know? The door in the jail area is locked.
Can I try to pick it while trying to swim at the same time? Kind of like hold my breath and pick it?
Yes. What is your constitution? Make modifier?
3? The total 16.
Do.
Or we could see if we could just break the door.
I mean, do you really want to go around breaking Lord Strahd's property?
Gritzel's got her own door to do.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say sorry, Gritzel. I thought these were unlocked.
Gritzel has her own what?
You have a cell door to deal with. That's what Gritzel's on about, not
Oh,
the
okay.
door that they're at. Come on. Gimme. Oh, why are there so many S deals here? Here we go. Okay, 1 plus Constitution modifier. So your con mod is 2? 3. Your con mod is
3.
3. So you can hold your breath for 3 minutes.
Alright, she's gonna hold her breath, try to dive under, and pick the lock of the door.
Alright, give me a dex-based thieves tools check. And you know what? I'm going to impose disadvantage because I don't think you've picked the lock underwater before. Different degree of difficulty added. Inferno and Wolfram, what do you want to do with your door that is locked?
I don't know if you want another roll, but I don't think it gets worse, so.
It does not get worse. We'll just leave it there.
You know, I feel like there's something akin to karma. Can we hear the sounds of desperate splashing from the other side of the door?
No, you do not.
No.
Death is nothing compared to not being paid.
There's nothing compared to not being paid.
Gritzel,
The pain
while
of
you
being
are
left.
submerged and attempting to work on the lock, you do notice that the floor is very shiny. But you break your thieves' tools.
Why the heck is the floor shiny? We're in an old dungeon.
Yep. Floor is shiny. Little specks of shiny all over the place.
Hey, Vlad, do you know how to pick locks?
This is not necessarily a skill Vlad has, but Vlad can always try.
Yeah, how about you try?
Yeah, try your hand at it. Wolfram steps out of the way.
There you will. Let us see
I'm gonna give
how
some
this
time.
goes.
Give him a bit of guidance too.
I do not necessarily have right tools for job, but tell you what, I can probably break lock.
Well, you don't want to break Lord Strahd's things. I mean, like, he'll probably be upset if we do.
Well then, I am afraid I do not have right tool for job. The
Hmm.
only tools I have
Oh.
are for smithing, blunt big objects, not necessarily tiny refined things.
Oh well.
Perhaps one of you has smaller object I could make a attempt with?
Let me check my pockets. Oh yeah, I have nothing because I got robbed.
I am also wondering where you have pockets.
Don't worry about it.
You are a skeleton. You have no need for clothes because there is nothing offensive.
You wouldn't be the first companion we'd had who said that.
I really don't have anything short as well.
Then I am afraid the breaking lock is only way through door.
All right, I guess we're doing this. Inferno, give me a hand here.
Alrighty.
Unless you want to see if perhaps someone has key.
Nah, I'm already pretty set on this. As Wolfram, with the help of Inferno, steps back. Out of the way, Vlad.
Yeah.
Okay. Gritzel, what are you attempted to pick the lock, and the water made it hard. Really, really hard.
And the ground is
you have-
mysteriously shiny, and I broke my tools.
You have bent and twisted and mangled your thieves' tools.
Are there bars? So that's kind of.
Yes.
So she's kind of holding on to them, so she doesn't have to actively swim the whole time to stay up.
Okay.
And she's just thinking momentarily.
We'll give you a second. Inferno and Wolfram, how are we breaking down the door?
Just this typical, haul back and let's give it the boot at the same time.
Again,
Yeah.
I could simply break lock. Might not do as much damage.
Well,
Okay.
okay, if we have Val do it, he's not really part of the original group, so
Alright,
he's kind of the outsider, so.
Although, Inferno,
cool.
I would prefer you pronounce my name correctly.
Vlad.
Okay, Vlad.
See, it is much more panache than Veil.
Got it, Blade.
Vlad is going to pull out an awl and a hammer and line it up with the lock and just the lock right on out. Boop.
Let's open the door.
Gritzel, you hear a sharp smack and pop sound, and then people moving through the water. What do you do?
Hey guys, is that you? I was over there and now I'm here and everything's broken. I'm stuck in the water.
Found the rat slayer.
This is because of the
Huh.
sword. I'm so sorry. Please just take it away from me.
I got this one. Wolfram's going to grab the bars and try to bend them enough for Gritzel to squeeze out of.
Okay. That is going to be a base. That's not going to do it.
Okay. Yeah,
Wolfram,
no,
it's not going to
fair
do
enough.
any damage to you, but because it's kind of funny and you're a skeleton, you pop your elbows.
I'm like, pop.
I
Oh, well, that's a pain in the ass.
mean, it's all contained within your armor, right? You can just kind of... but...
No, I like to imagine he pulls it back, and it's like his gauntlets and forearms are stuck, still gripping on.
Yes,
It's just like
he's just got
uh,
stubby.
he's like taking a minute, like trying to line it back up. Like, God damn it!
Inferno, you will not. You
Oh.
will also not take any damage, but you hear your shoulder pop uncomfortably.
Oh, okay. Wolfram, let's do this together. You grab that side, I grab the other.
Give me a sec. I got to reattach my. There we go. All right, yeah, I'll grab one bar. You grab the
Infernal,
other.
come here. That looks hard. Vlad's gonna pop the shoulder back in, and with the two of you working on it, you make enough space for Gritzel to squeeze through the bars and escape the sail with the shiny floor.
Guys, look at that floor. Why is it so shiny? I broke my tools. Cause the floor, the stupid dungeon floor, is shiny.
Yeah, and we didn't get paid
Okay,
because
well,
of your stupid shiny addiction.
Just kill me and take it away.
do we give all the XP?
We get the Valdi XP for killing this particular goblin.
Considering I've instituted the whole you come back scenario, no.
But what if we rename Gritzel to Valdi?
I don't need an endless XP farm, okay?
Not endless. It's XP in
is.
exchange for max HP.
You can make it endless if each one of you volunteers.
We wouldn't be volunteers. We just betray each other constantly.
Probably.
Yeah, every single day.
Me,
Are you
me
guys
such-
coming?
Such high level with no health.
No
Yep.
help
We've
whatsoever.
got 6 health apiece, but we're level 20. Are you guys coming or what?
Yeah, we need to avoid. Well, those are cells. Don't we need to go into the other room?
Those are cells,
found-
and there he is.
There he is.
And the last
Found
cell
him.
on the right, a man standing in water, who appears as if he's been standing in water for a very long time. At the moment, he's kind of leaned up against the back corner, trying his best to give his hands or his legs a break. Oh, well, here I thought somebody else might have come down here. What do you want?
Are you trying to insinuate that you were expecting us?
Well, that one's been down here before. He points at Wolfram.
I mean, how does he recognize me? I'm a skeleton. This time, I'm a skeleton in completely different armor.
You smell the same, buddy.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's a werewolf. He would have stronger senses. You're a werewolf, right?
Yeah, and
We've heard your tribe's been having some difficulties with submitting to Lord Strahd.
look, we just want to be left alone, okay? We already have enough people trying to kill us on a regular basis. We want to hunt and be left the fuck alone. That's it. Okay? It's not a we don't want to bow to the Lord thing. It's we want to be left alone. Don't want to exist in anyone else's society.
Well, it kind of sucks for you that you're in Barovia, which is owned by Lord Strahd.
I mean, look, we did everything we could. We picked a spot that was not in the direct way of anything. We mostly hunt animals in the forest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think you're understanding. You're doing that on land that's owned by Lord Strahd. Therefore, you need to submit to him or die.
Can't own land, man.
Yeah, no, you very clearly can.
No,
Mhm.
the land has always been. It didn't belong to anyone in the beginning, and it doesn't now. land is the
Yeah.
land.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it didn't in the beginning, and this ain't the fucking beginning, bud.
Ah, shit,
It's
are we-
owned by Lord Strahd, and right now you're on it. If you don't want to listen to Lord Strahd, then it ain't gonna end well for you. The only way, because there ain't no being left alone in Barovia. There's either you submit to Lord Strahd, or you can be left alone in the grave.
Yeah. All right, man. Whatever. You're just a jackboot.
Call me whatever you want, but I'm the jackboot that's going to kill your fucking tribe if you don't help me.
Well, you gonna let me out of here?
Damn.
Depends. Your tribe gonna submit to Lord Strahd?
No.
Then no.
Okay, so we're kind of at a weird place here. You're not submitting to Strahd, your people aren't submitting to Strahd, but basically we have like two options. We convince them to, or we murder them all, which is, not ideal for everyone. If you
Ideal.
helped us figure out a way to convince your friends and families to submit to him, then maybe they wouldn't all have to die.
Look, if he promises to not really do much and leave us to our own things, fine. But I doubt that's gonna be the case.
I mean, I don't think he has much of a plan there. He hasn't really told me anything. Just said he wants you to accept him.
Look, I can't speak for my whole pack anyway. It's not how it works.
How does it work then?
Everybody has a say.
Ugh, democracy. Disgusting.
What? That's just that. Okay. Well, sure.
Can you think of a way where they might be swayed a little?
I mean, you can call for a pack meeting, present your case, and see how they rule.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I think we should do. You guys, thoughts?
I mean, we could always kill the biggest and strongest among them and then subjugate the rest by force.
Hey, excuse me, man in the water over here. Attached are you to your teeth?
I mean, pretty attached. Kind of need them.
Do you need all of them?
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's a shame.
Well, he is in a small space with one exit that we are currently blocking. So, Britzel, if you're trying to get some items,
Don't want to risk him getting out.
Mm-hmm. It's not worth it.
I'll go take his
You'll get-
friend's teeth.
Yeah, we'll get plenty of teeth from the werewolves that get in our way. Well, sounds like we've got something resembling a plan. I say, as our plan consists of ask them to submit nicely, and if they say no, kill everyone.
You guys have gone on
Hey.
with less.
We've committed more atrocities for. Remember, we were planning on slaughtering that one tribe of elves for literally because one dude didn't react that much when we were torturing him.
Yeah.
well, we have a desired outcome and we have a plan of we know how to gather them in one spot. I think negotiations will go well.
Call call for their pack meeting, give them the options. I don't know how they'll take the options of submit to Vlad or be exterminated.
Well, since we don't know what they'll do, that's why we have a pack meeting or call for it to get their opinions. We brainstorm, figure out a good negotiation, figure out how many to kill to get that negotiation set. Democracy.
I mean, worst case scenario, in my opinion, we slaughter the strongest among them and enslave the rest.
Yeah, that's democracy, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, it's the democracy y'all are living in right now.
I was implying, I wasn't stating.
I was.
Just state it, man. Be loud.
Well, I'd love to, but I also don't want to blow your guys' eardrums out. So I'll keep it at a moderate tone.
Alright. World map time. Hooray! So, red token is y'all, of course. Up here at Castle Ravenloft, just chilling, like the villains that you are. And you will notice that the werewolf den has been marked.
Yep. It's beyond Krez, or the burnt out remains of Krez.
Kresk.
By that horrible
Burnt
fire
out.
that we have no idea how it happened.
So, does
I
anybody
said
want
it.
to make any stops on the way, or are we going straight for the werewolf den?
We should probably can we stop in Nick's for like a quick minute? I just want to restock on something that we already have a price for.
No, you can't go back to Nyx's Wondrous Magical Emporium. Of course you can
Why
go
not?
back to Nyx's Wondrous Magical Emporium.
Okay. I'm going to purchase 3 spell scrolls of shield because that was the limit you put on them.
Yes, it was.
Didn't you try to buy like 100 or some?
Oh, he could. That's the point.
I would if I was able.
But I'm not gonna let him because that's redonkadonks.
How much do potions cost again at Nick's? Yeah.
Well,
done.
that all depends on the rarity of the potion, now doesn't it? Welcome, Wolfrin, to Nyx's Wondrous Magical Emporium.
Next.
You've got your regulars, which are 50 gold each. You've got your graders at 250, your superiors at 2,500, and your supremes at 25,000 a pop.
You said 250 for greater?
Correct. If
So,
you're
1,000 for 4.
looking for it, there it is, at the very bottom.
Okay. So yeah, so that would be 1,000 for 4 superiors. Here's 2,000 gold. I'm buying 8 superiors.
No, superiors are 2,500 gold.
No, I meant greater. My bad.
Yeah,
Not superior.
graders are 250.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, that brings me up to 10 graders. Gritzel.
Yes.
I'm going to drop another 1,000 coins and give Gritzel 4 graders.
Okay.
Thank you. Next, do you have thieves' tools?
No, sorry, I only sell things of a magical nature. I could sell you a tool that could become thieves' tools, but I doubt you'd be able to use it properly.
Okay.
Do you have a spell scroll of mend? Because we could probably use that to fix your thieves' tools, Gritzel.
One spell scroll of mend is not going to fix all of the thieves' tools.
Fair enough, worth a shot.
I
Oh well,
think
you're
these
on your own.
tools are like $5. So like, what is? You just need to find somebody that sells thieves' tools.
I mean, Vlad has Smith's tools. Maybe ask him if he can fix them for you.
Much more inexpensive than the spell scroll of mend, I would think.
Right. You're also going to be passing through the town of Alaki, where you know there's a big market. You could definitely buy thieves' tools there.
Okay. Was worth an ask anyway.
Wolfram's going to also buy 1 superior.
And I'll buy 2 graders.
Gritzel, thieves' tools are 25 gold.
I
Gritzel. What?
do you want me just to deduct them right now, and then when we go through town or something?
Yeah. Essentially, we'll just say you stop in Valaki on the way.
You said 25.
25. World map.
What about 14 Electrum? I'm
That's
Yes,
just
Tracy?
kidding. It's
not
not.
25 gold.
Ah,
That's not even half of the price. I mean, you could always try and steal thieves' tools if you don't have the funds, but that could always go sideways.
no, I'm okay.
Mm-mm. No.
Ba-do-ba-ba-ba-doo. What do I want to go with? Alright, so we good? More or less? No? Maybe?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. Anybody got anything else they want to purchase?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Then we're gonna go to Werewolfy Cave.
Hmm.
Clicky, clicky, clicky.
Man, nothing like being the bastards, huh?
Yoink. Yoink.
I mean, to be fair, we were attacked by werewolves, so we can call this murder revenge.
Da-da-da-da. I mean, you're
Well,
gonna find a way to justify it no matter what I say, so.
Horse, Riley.
oh,
It's called cognitive dissonance.
now I'll say as a employee at Strahd, we really haven't had to work hard to find a job. It's just, oh, you did this? Good, here's another one. So very good job security.
Real good job security, frankly.
Yeah.
Above the tree line, carved into the side of a rocky mountain spur, is a wide, torchlit cave that looks like the gaping maw of a great wolf.
Yeah, that feels a little on the nose.
Well, sometimes things are not subtle.
Clearly. Well, in we go, I guess.
The open jaws of the wolf's head form a 15-foot high canopy of rock over the cave mouth, held up by natural pillars of stone. The ceiling rises to a height of 20 feet inside the cave. Torches and iron brackets line the walls. From somewhere deep inside, you hear the echoing sounds of a flute. Some of the notes are discordant, painfully so. Not only are they werewolves and probably smell like wet dog most of the time, they also do not know how to play flute. This is very disappointing.
Well, if they smell like wet dogs, perhaps we need to set something on fire for them to warm themselves up by.
Why always with the fire? This does seem strange. Also, how will you start fire in cave made of stone?
If there's a will, there's a way.
Up ahead, the cave splits around a 5-foot high ledge upon which you can see two pharaoh looking women. Bloop. Wearing shredded clothing and clutching spears. They seem
look like
wary,
they were-
but not necessarily aggressive.
Well, it would appear we're in the right place.
Yeah, let's go introduce ourselves. There's nothing wrong with being a little polite.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. Slowly
Does
walking
anyone
in,
know why
expecting.
Gretel stay outside?
No idea. Pretzel.
Gristle will enter at the prime opportunity.
Gritzel's just hanging out with the rats.
Hey, halt, I guess is the right thing to say in this situation. Who are you? And what do you want?
Halt? No. It's called a belt. See, like this one right here.
That was nonsense?
We're emissaries of Lord Strahd here to negotiate.
Okay. Well, yeah, can't let you any deeper. But we could stand here and chit-chat for a little while my compatriot goes off and informs the rest of the pack and sees if they're willing to hear you.
Very well.
The two feral-looking women will have a hushed, whispered conversation, and then one of them will head off into the cave, while the other one watches you.
I'm just gonna whisper to everyone, prepare yourselves. They might just try to ambush us on the spot.
I expected that.
Best to be ready.
So, how's the weather in this cave?
I mean, it's a cave, man. There's not a whole lot of water. It seems fairly dry, and that could be partially to the fact that there are torches constantly burning in all of the sconces.
Oh, there's already fire in here. That's helpful.
You see how many werewolves there's supposed to be when the cave is full. How much is this gonna be? Okay. I'm good. So you work for Strahd, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
It's all right. You get paid well.
Benefits are good. We're saving up for dental.
I really can't wait to get dental.
Again, that's nonsense, but sure.
It's like, that's nonsense. What? What, do you think taking care of your teeth is nonsense?
Dental's not a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that you need to get dental. You know,
Yeah, fair enough.
Your guys' dental is Gritzel.
I have all the dental you will need.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
no, it's work. We're mercenaries. We work for whoever pays us best, and Strahd's is the one who keeps paying us the most.
Oh, okay. Well, so like you're not like fully on board with like all the plans and like everything like that. Yeah.
It's none of my business. I mean, truthfully, Strahd pays us and we do the work. It's simple as that.
Huh.
We look at the small picture. We want a paycheck, we get a paycheck. Whatever's happening in the big picture, me.
I mean, I guess live your truth, right?
Yeah, unless you're looking for mercenaries and you have a deep checkbook like Strahd. I mean, we're willing to chat after we complete this task.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool and all. So like, how long you been around?
Uh, well, honestly, long enough to know I'm not good at small talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I figured that much out. I mean, seriously.
a couple of months, maybe. Say, what's it like being a werewolf?
Oh, it's really not bad. You get to howl at the moon every now and then. Running. Oh, running as a wolf is something else. Let me tell you.
Oh, I can imagine. So, like, is the whole transformation thing like an at-will thing, or is it only like during night?
Well, the beauty of Barovia is it's always dark.
Oh, so you can kind of change whenever you want.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of free. You just kind of go with it.
Yeah, fair enough. So, are you like the only group of werewolves around here, or is there like different tribes?
No, no. We all kind of gathered. You know.
Okay, because I mean, like we were attacked by like a group of werewolves like a month ago on the other side of Barovia.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we send hunting parties out, right? So like, it happens.
Yeah.
Hmm. And And do these hunting parties just go for anybody, or what exactly are they aimed for?
Yeah, pretty much whatever we can get our hands on. You know, food comes in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I'm starting to feel significantly less bad about working for Strahd right now.
Hey, you know, sometimes we'd pop down to Krezg and grab like a kid, but somebody burned it down. That was weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was probably like a crazy werewolf hunter or something. Maybe a vampire hunter.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, look at that. Looks like everybody's gathered. So it sounds like the pack's gonna hear you.
Oh,
Yep.
oh,
I'm gonna crawl down here and yeah, okay.
oh, all right. Well, perfect.
Yoink. A man with a heavily scarred, aging face, dressed in raggedy, torn clothing, with sweeping black hair and a surprisingly well-trimmed beard, steps up onto the raised area and goes, "Quiet, quiet. We have gathered to hear a proposal from an emissary of the Lord Strahd."
Gritzel's gonna lean over to Vlad and go, "Oh, it's another one of these fake democracies."
All forms of government have failure. The thing most government systems don't take into account is someone getting greedy. It is why sell sword. Make more money that way and not have any responsibility.
It does really seem like the way to go.
Easiest path of least resistance.
Riley, out of all that group, which werewolf looks the biggest and the strongest?
The guy standing on the platform.
Okay.
Okay.
I assumed, but you never know. They could
Yeah,
they could have followed something like whoever's the smartest. But
they're
Sure, they could
werewolves.
have, but they're werewolves, bro.
Mhm.
hey, there is hope. There is hope.
But yeah, no. We are here to send our Lord to send word that our Lord demands your submission to him.
That is not exactly a proposal of peace between our two existences.
No, well, it is quite. I mean, it's peaceful enough. You accept Strahd's will, and that's about it. Follow his rules, follow his laws, and beyond that, that's about it.
And what purpose would the Lord have us serve?
Well, you all are big and strong folk, so probably maybe hunting down those who defy his will, maybe maybe patrolling the forests for reasons, since it seems to be the areas you stalk.
And it seems like you already do that, so it's kind of it works both ways. So it's a win-win.
You would have us give up our autonomy for subjugation without knowing details. This is
Well, I
truly
do
how
know.
you wish to present your proposal to the pack moot.
Oh, well, it's simple. It's submit or die. Either willingly sort of under Strahd, or have most of you killed and the rest enslaved. Nothing personal, just business.
It's also not as if he has any expectations specifically that he wants from you. He just, not that we've heard of. He's just either like accept him as a person that is in rule, or he's probably going to try to kill you, which is a horrible alternative.
Lord
Is
Strahd
it not
is kind of...
enough that we do not do anything to interfere with his rule?
No, it is not. You're in land that is... Oh, you're in land that, by his title is and right, is his. And as such makes you subject to him.
Would the bloodsucker prefer that we simply give some kind of lip service to him to inflate his ego further and leave us be to live our lives as we see fit?
Yes.
I mean, possibly.
I mean, you could just say you're going to submit to Strahd. We take you to the castle. You guys have a good conversation. Got to figure out all the details there. We weren't really given the fine black print of the agreement, so we're looking at big
Okay.
picture here.
I will need all of you to make history checks.
Your name is crazy. I need.
So, Gritzel and Wolfram, you very distinctly remember Strahd saying the words, deal with it. As if giving you free reign to do what you see fit.
Gotcha. I mean, it's simple. You exercise your submission to Lord Strahd. That's that. I mean, like, yeah, because if I remember right, he just wanted them to submit to him, right? That was...
That's all he gave you.
Was that
Yeah,
the...
as far as I remember, submit or
Yeah.
you know.
Submit, yeah, because I mean, I did, as we were leaving, I remember saying we'll either make them submit or bring you a new rug. So
Very well, Packmoot. What say you? Those in favor of letting the bloodsucker have what he wants. Howl. There's a good number of howls from the pack. Not everybody, but a good number. Those opposed? Less howls. Very well. You can return to your lord and tell him he need not worry about us. And should he need a favor, he can call upon us.
very well. All right.
And just to be clear, you're submitting to him, right? I mean, if he's going to ask, I want to give him a solid answer on your behalf.
Tell him whatever you have to.
You don't tell that to an evil alignment person. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, looks like our job here is done for the moment.
One more matter before you go.
Yes.
Since the moot has agreed to bend the knee, we would like a meal returned to us.
Who?
A meal?
Like, you want a meal? We can provide you with food.
I have this really old sausage.
All right, they want a meal.
He
We'll
is
we'll
a
go get them food.
werewolf like us. A pack
Oh,
mate
the guy.
currently
Aye.
held within the dungeon of Castle Ravenloft.
All right.
Eh, you want like his whole body, or can we just bring his head?
Alive, of course.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
All right, gang, let's go.
I mean, yes, if we kill him and we have talk to the dead going, he's technically alive.
No, he's very much dead in that state. I mean, but what if we killed him and I resurrected him with create undead or animate
Our
dead?
fealty is hingent on this, so perhaps you should
Oh.
do everything in your power to persuade your lord of the benefits.
Oh, oh no, we're
Inferno
not talking to
landed
it.
on top of my character, and now I can't move.
Here's how you do that. You click drag and highlight over your character in the box, and you can hit the arrow keys to move your character even without being able to click on them.
Okay.
Just in case two tokens get stuck under each other. That's how I've always
Thank
used to
you.
get wool from out
Gritzel's
from
gonna
under.
get stuck a lot.
Because Gritzel is,
Nope.
in fact, tiny.
Riley has no faith in me. He's like, I want to put all the
No,
characters
it's
on top of you to make you practice.
because of the size of your token. Alright, so back to
I'm
the castle.
I'm frankly kind of surprised that we didn't go straight to murder this time. The one time I was preparing for us to start just genociding right away, we were talking it out.
No, I was going to set that cluster bunny on fire, just a nice good. But
Yeah, I
no.
was expecting them to. I was expecting them to vote no, and I'd be like, "Huh, shame." Draw sword.
Alright, back at the castle. New music. Need vampire castle now. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Where is it? Oh, oh, oh. Think. Your journey back is fairly easy. The roads don't have much traffic, honestly. Everybody pretty much
Oh.
lives within the town limits of one of the areas.
No bandit ambushes, and the werewolves are going to attack us after trying to make a deal with after we're making a deal with them. So.
Maybe.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Uh,
You
I
never
don't know.
know.
Maybe we'll get there with the prisoner, and they'll be like, "Ha ha! Fools will never work Strahd and try to kill us now that they got the guy in their hands."
Well, they did say we could tell Strahd whatever we want. I mean, we could say they're willing to sacrifice their firstborn every month.
I mean,
Just saying,
werewolves
that's
don't. It's not how. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I imagine werewolves would give birth to like a litter.
So remember the lady told you they were taking kids from Kresk?
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely.
Well, don't worry. We'll eventually get back to killing them.
Hey.
So, shall we head into the throne room?
I mean, didn't we kill everyone at Kresk? There's no kids to steal.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go to somewhere else, like Valakey. But unfortunately, Valakey seems fairly protected for werewolves. So I don't know. Maybe we could, you know what? Maybe as a peace offering, when we go through Valakey, we'll see if there's any. We'll round up some orphans, bring to them.
I mean, you know of one orphan.
Who?
Milyov had a younger brother.
Oh yeah, Milyov had a younger brother. We could bring Milyov's younger brother to the werewolves as a peace offering as well.
I
Or
mean,
we
do
could
you
see
want
if
he's
details about how
boy.
they decide who becomes a werewolf or no?
Oh boy.
You're just gonna
We'll bring a
shove a
bunch of
kid
kids
into
and-
that.
Nah, we'll bring in a bunch of kids, and the ones that they can turn, and the ones they don't, they can eat. Simple.
Hey, and we're providing them with a meal. Granted, it's like an appetizer because it's a kid, but
Yeah.
you can't be picky
Anyway.
sometimes.
Now we're
Alright, so
starting
that
to
sounds like
reflect
the
a certain anime.
Which anime?
Well, I don't wanna. I believe it's called Neverland.
Never heard of it.
A group of monsters basically builds camps where they grow kids to eat.
I cannot get off the stairs.
I don't know why you can't get up the stairs. Ta-da! What? Why did you go back to the stairs? Ta-da!
Aha!
Well, that is certainly a quick trip. I take it went fairly well.
It is in progress, my lord. We came to say that the werewolves are willing to submit to your rightful rule and do as you command in exchange for the prisoner we have.
What do you think?
Well, I think that the prisoner isn't serving us much use at the moment, and if returning him can get the werewolves to willingly work for your greatness, then perhaps it is best to let go of one old man to have a hand in a whole tribe of werewolves. Not to mention the fact that lycanthropes are bigger, stronger, tougher, might serve more use to you than more use to you under heel willingly than with a slave collar around their neck.
Does this one speak for all of you, or do others have an opinion?
Generally, Wolfram does speak for the group, but if we do have different opinions, we do speak up. But in this case, I at least agree with Wolfram.
If you want my opinion, yes, I think that it's probably fine. They did seem not unhappy at being under your rule. I think it would be not a horrible decision.
All right, let's get everybody to roll a persuasion check. We'll take the average, kind of.
Oh boy. Bit of guidance. That's a nat one.
Persuasion. Oh.
No. All right.
Lad, do you
Yeah.
want to join in on this?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Maybe some semblance of.
Average of 9.25.
That doesn't
Hey, that's better
even
than just a
beat
9.
a fairly easy DC.
I mean, right? It's not like I could boost that one.
I know.
So
Uh, okay, a fairly easy DC is 1, so we beat it by far.
maybe it's all 5.
Easy DC is a 5. A fairly easy is a 10. A somewhat difficult is a 15, and a difficult is a 20, and an impossible is a 30.
Fine, we'll play it by the rules.
Kind of why they're there.
Crazy girl.
Does anybody want to do anything?
Hero point, anything.
Anybody? Other than Wolfram?
Okay, we can use Gritzel's hero point that she would have gotten from the last.
You should have
Level
a
up.
pool of hero points, which is 5 plus half your level. You're level 7, so half of that is 3?
So I should have 3 hero points?
No, you should have 8 hero points.
Oh.
It's 5 plus that pool.
Oh. Well, nice.
And you get that every level.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. We got plus 10.
Alright, let's see what that does. See if that'll get us over the hump.
Like
That'll
the
get
worst
us
thing is
over the hump.
I have shit like knowledge from a past life, which is just a free D6 on any roll.
Yeah, but
And the hero points are just mad I rolled a
a one's a
I
one,
am-
man.
I'm checking when I next get the feat because I'm grabbing lucky.
Well, if you're going at least 5 levels in fighter, it'll be fighter level 4.
Yep, by level 4.
No. And we're already in
Which
2,
means
so...
you're gonna have to be level 10. No, not.
Yep.
Hmm.
Fighter level 4, so I'd have to be level 9.
Yep.
Right. This was just stupid and funny. I love it.
And it.
Yeah, well, from the one who does all the talking rolls a nat 1.
Whew. All right. Well, the DC was 10 because you did make a very convincing argument. So, with the hero point, we will just get up over that. And Strahd will look and say, "Oh, very well. I suppose he's not doing me much good down there anyway. Here you go. Here's a key." And with a wave of his hand, the key will appear in Wolfram's hand and fall to the floor because Wolfram is just slack-jawed staring. It's the dumbest look I could think of for a skeleton. So,
You
you've been
just get
given a
rattle,
key,
rattle.
which you're assuming unlocks the cell that Emil is in. I'm assuming you guys head down to the dungeon and release him.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yes, he has to be alive.
Are you guys going to escort him out of the castle or just open his cell and say go?
Let's escort
Um,
him.
Yes.
Do you want to escort him all the way back to the den, or do you just want to...
Yes.
Okay. Ba-do-boo, ba-do-boo. Alright. So... let's get back. And go find his character sheet. Oh boy. Where is my... Scrolly to the E section. Going.
Oh, also, did we grab some orphans on the way through Valaki?
At least
Okay,
one.
let's...
At least one.
How much of a thing do I want to make that?
I mean, we're go to Valky, round up any orphans we can find, tell them we're taking them to a nice, lovely new home, and to just come with us.
Oh damn, man.
All right, that's
That's a little bit dark.
persuasion checks. Maybe deception checks. I'll take either of those.
Ooh.
Give myself a bit of guidance. And you know what? I'm gonna roll a knowledge from a past life to make that a 16.
Oh, this is where the hero point too. Okay. 13-ish.
You know what? 19.
Okay.
Oh, we're
Gritzel, are you
we're
aiding
evil.
in the orphan catching business?
Do they look like they need me?
Come on, Gritzel. I'll be right back. I
Uh.
got to go talk to my mother for a second.
Yeah, do you think?
They do not.
Okay.
Look at you guys putting hero points on it. What in the world did you do?
Inferno, you can roll a d4.
Alrighty. Oh, come on. All right, we got one orphan. Gracie, I know. Tell Riley that. I know you're disappointed.
Between the two of you, you managed to convince 7 orphans to come with you.
Oh, 7.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's got a look from Gracie. So that appeals to her. That or whatever she's staring outside.
I will be back in like a minute.
Okay.
Feel free
we
to.
should probably take a break then. You know,
Oh.
it's about that time anyway.
Either way, it's fine. But
Nah, we'll
Yeah,
do
we
it
can
now.
take a.
okay. Be back in a few.
All right, everybody. If you've been hanging out with us, thank you. Love to see you. So glad you're here. We are going to take a 15-minute break, and we'll be back in a bit.
All right, dinner time.
Alrighty, that might have been a little bit long. I apologize. I was fiddling with my light and I did the dumb thing, and now it's not working. Anyway.
Yeah, alrighty.
I don't know.
Fiddled with it, now it won't
Oh.
turn back on.
Damn. How was the orphan hunt go?
You got 7.
We got 7 orphans.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I found a really beautiful list of vicious mockery insults.
Amazing. Can we get a
Mhm.
sample of what you found?
Ooh, very
Um,
nice.
The first one is, "Oh, look at you attempting greatness. Pity it was just an attempt."
Damn.
"Oh, the horror! Your battle cries sound like a dying goose. If you were any less threatening, you'd be a dandelion."
Jesus Christ, Gritzel.
They're great.
Dandelion?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's good.
that is amazing. I love
Are we
that.
in the regular chat? Hold on, I'll put them here.
I cannot wait. If ignorance was a virtue, you'd be a saint by now. I've seen more formidable foes in a toddler's tantrum. Jesus,
Alright.
these are good. Where'd you find these?
Oh, Pinterest and its friends. At
Amazing.
least the taxidermied animals have died down a little.
Is Justin back?
Mhm.
No?
I think I heard Justin.
I thought
Yeah,
I
he was
heard
here
him.
briefly.
Yeah, I'm busy finishing warming up dinner.
Okie dokie. Well. We
I'll be
have made it back to the werewolf camp with a meal and 7 orphans in tow.
What kind of meal are we talking? Orphans?
Yeah, we got the orphans.
You got the orphan meat?
Yep. Come along, dear orphans.
I'm tired now,
Remember,
Riley. I'm sorry.
they're appetizers. So,
Mhm.
really showing good interest.
His name's even on the board. I see you have
Yeah.
returned to honor the Moot's agreement. Then it is an accord.
Yep, we've returned him, and we've brought you a peace offering of 7 orphans.
All of the orphans, like, in some way, shape, or form, were like, wait, what?
Yes, your new happy family.
Oh, yay! And they all go running deeper into the cave, and the guy just looks at you and goes, thank you.
These characters are going to a special place in hell.
I once again I gestured. I imagine the judges are like, um, they were they've only gotten worse. Like they were going to the hells before, but now they're going deeper.
We go and they show us the scales, and it's just one's on the ground.
One is literally on the ground at this point. Riley's adding to the list of innocents we've killed. Ah, I see. They're going to eat 6 and turn 1.
Nope. Not how that works.
Nope.
Does that mean we get an assist XP if they're killing 6 of them and turning 1?
We expect the child, the orphan XP, Riley.
I should be deducting.
But you won't, Riley.
Oh, I have consigned my morality to a cage to run this game, apparently.
We're gonna have to be some to make up for all this shit. We're gonna have to be some very decently good characters next campaign.
Okay, we're gonna have to do something like we did with the Saturday
No.
table here. Need
No.
to
Yeah,
write
we're gonna
you
have to-
guys a fucking law.
I'll never play anything other than chaotic neutral. That is all I will ever play.
We're a wee bit past chaotic neutral.
Yeah,
I will
Gritzel, you're
never
very
play
good.
anyone charismatic, and I will never play neutral alignment.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well.
Beyond that is free reign, but those two things. My lowest stat will almost always go into charisma. Other than I did like playing Asha and Narina, so I guess they close enough. But
Yeah, how you gaslit and manipulated poor Kevin.
with that excellent charisma,
hmm So, like,
Alright.
out of curiosity, how do you choose which children to eat and which ones to turn into werewolves?
We do not. They are given an opportunity to fight for the right to live.
Okay.
Last one standing is then turned.
Oh, so that's how it works. Well,
6 XP.
oh,
Nice.
listen, we didn't lie to the children. This is going to be a very loving, wonderful home for the survivor.
I mean, Inferno definitely chose to roll deception.
Oh, I did too, because I actually have proficiency in deception.
So you definitely lied to the children.
I lied to 6 of the 7 children.
We presented facts in a
There's a reason I
different.
added to your victims list.
No.
Okay?
Listen, Riley, it's a lie. It may have been a lie by omission, but I did technically say the truth if you stretch it to its breaking point.
Very well. Well, you have what you want. We have what we want, and a little extra. So, let us hope our paths do not cross again for quite some time.
Here's hoping. Well, job's done. So, Vlad, what's your thoughts on the outcome of this?
Well, did not have to commit mass murder, which could be
Yet.
plus or minus depending on how you look at it. All in all, perhaps made ally later, right? Perhaps have someone can call on if need.
Yeah, perhaps. I think the gift at the end was a nice touch.
Did seem to make them little bit happier.
It's a win-win situation. The werewolves get fresh meat. Valaki has 7 less orphans to deal with. It's a
Less
win all
strain
around.
on the city.
Less strain on the city, less strain on the supplies, which are already a little thin. And hey, one child gets to be a werewolf, and the others don't have to suffer with being an orphan anymore.
This is true from a certain standpoint.
If we ignore all the other moral implications of essentially being involved in the death of 6 children.
I mean,
Riley really did try to shame us with the death of killing kobold children, only for us to be like, let's round up orphans to feed to the werewolf.
first of all, I don't think we can blame Riley for that. I think you guys were a little orphan hungry, okay?
Hey, you rolled 2, Gritzel.
I mean, you said you needed me. You didn't, because I got a 4, but...
Gritzel did nothing to add to this.
We
I just
We
love
were
Gritzel
being
Sean.
stood on a
political.
street corner and was like, "Hey kid, you want to buy a watch?"
Hey kid, how attached are you to your teeth? And then they just walked
Yeah.
away.
Gritzel was the very specific, like, when parents tell children not to talk to strangers, that's what they would describe.
Listen, if Inferno was Inferno was like that weird creepy guy hanging around the playground looking for his lost puppy, and Wolfram was a party clown apparently. At 19.
All right. So we have conducted our business with the werewolves. We seem to be at a conclusion for that. Where are we off to now?
Well, job's done. What
Yep.
do y'all say? So, what do you say we report this resounding success to Lord Strahd and get our next task?
I mean, perhaps we get drink?
You know what? Let's get a drink.
Do you know a good place to get drink?
Shit. No, the only place I knew we could have gotten a drink, we may have murdered who owned it.
I can't remember if you burned that one down or not.
No,
And
we
if
didn't
that
burn
doesn't
that.
explain us as a party, I don't know what does.
Oh wait, we could go to that winery owned by Baba Yaga and pick up some bottles.
Hang on.
Oh, there we
You
go.
are, hold on. You were saying that you know of currently unoccupied tavern and connection for booze?
Oh, I like what you're thinking.
If we are not in the business of making money, perhaps we could fill a void. Yes?
You know what? Hook up with some wine, possibly at a discounted price. A tavern that we know is empty. In a town that is well in within the grasp of Strahd. Could not only work as a nice staging area for us, but source of coin. I like how you think. What does everyone else have to say?
I like it, and the people there, they won't try and attack us because they know who we work for. So,
Also, much
yeah.
easier keeping drunk fools underfoot.
Exactly. I mean, hey, it would also work as a pretty good information hub. We have a couple. We hire a bartender, barmaid, have them just listen in to the snippets of information. Could be useful. You know what? We
Was
should
just
rename it
thought.
too.
Yes, always good. Show new management. Good skill for business. What would we call it?
College.
Honestly,
The-
Wad, at this point, you should probably come up with a name because our names suck.
Yes, I do
the
not
drunk
believe.
bard.
Perhaps you give me some example.
Call it Strahd's Tower.
Ooh, Strahd's drunk bard.
Strahd's Drunken Bard. Yes.
You're right. That is bad name.
It's not a
That is
great
terrible.
one.
Well, you're welcome.
We'll think for a moment, perhaps. If we
How about
give it something a little less directed, mayhaps resistance members would accidentally
Howling
come,
Werewolf?
and perhaps we get
The
information.
Howling Werewolf, maybe?
Where the hell did I
Ooh.
flop you?
What about
Oh,
this? We
you're
don't
all on
work
the
for
back.
Strahd.
You can name it. We don't work for Strahd.
Name it that we don't work for.
This also seems pretty too harshly on those.
Well, we're brainstorming here. let's hear some of your ideas.
This is true. Brainstorming is happening. So I suppose this is all part of process.
Work died.
What do you think of the odd bat?
The odd bat.
Yes, I mean, this location seems to have quite a few bats around on a regular basis. Plus, it is small tip of cap to Strahd. Yes, vampire bat. But much more subtle.
I don't care what you name it. That sounds fine. Better than our names.
Yeah, that'll work.
I am not sure if this is democracy, so I do not know if Wolfram's opinion matter.
Hey, Wi-Fi died. Sorry.
Oh,
What?
Wi-Fi died. Well, look at that. Wolfram, what is
It died as soon
Wi-Fi?
as you switched maps.
Of course, right?
That's just the luck. But yeah, no. What's the name discussion at this point?
The
Odd
odd
bat.
bat.
The what bat?
Odd.
The odd bat. It is
Waiting
certainly
for
one of the
Wolfram to
names.
say. Wolfram's like, no, it's a terrible name.
That's a terrible name.
If you truly do not like it, we can continue discussion. It's a long way back to Valaki.
Fair enough. How about the howling werewolf?
Yeah, that also works.
It is not bad. Let's throw some of these in. We'll throw some contenders in the recap. Howling.
Yes, Gracie, do you have an opinion?
Could also call it the psychotic dog.
A
Call it
psychotic
Gracie's
dog.
scratching post.
I like Gracie's scratching post, except it would be appropriate to have someone named Gracie working there.
Could always still bartender name now Gracie.
Or just throw a cat in there, and the cat can change every day. So they're like, that Gracie was black yesterday, and just like, nope, she's orange today.
Yep. We just herd some cats into the place. Have a cat just hanging her out. That's Gracie.
I would die in our bar. Tavern.
Oh yeah, because your cat allergy, right?
Yeah. It's okay.
Sucks to suck, doesn't it?
I'm gonna be a traveler anyway. I'm not staying there.
Well, Gritzel, we'll worry about your complaint when you give us the 60,000 gold pieces that you cost us.
Just take my
Ooh.
hands.
Your hands aren't worth 60,000 anymore.
Hmm.
What about
Excuse me.
the Tasty Adventurer Tavern?
The taste? Does that mean the adventures are tasty?
Do not
That's
know.
it, that-
Implication might scare customer, but is interesting name, no?
Now let's call it the cat house and just fill it with actual cats.
Yeah, I like that one. The cat house.
The cat house sounds like a different kind of business.
That's the idea.
That's the
That's
point.
the point.
I'll start putting bar names in here for you.
It's not just a bar; it's an inn too.
Which makes it even more appropriate.
Why? Why?
Let's see what the internet world has for tavern names.
I've been pulling mine off of a generator. All right. We don't need to get
Oh,
too many.
wait, guys.
We gotta
The
keep
ominous goat.
The ominous goat.
That's my favorite.
Oh, I've got an idea. The
Well,
plucked rose.
the nefarious
all right,
goat.
okay. Slow down.
This is great.
Never.
We should try and limit ourselves because decision making is not a strong suit.
I
We
think
also need to hear Armand.
Gracie's
need-
scratching post is something. To Armand's opinion, doesn't matter. I think
Yeah, it doesn't.
Gracie's scratching post is got my vote so far.
Well, aren't
Yeah,
you and
Gracie's
Armand
scratching post.
technically the same person? Isn't that the current theory?
That's the lore. You and Armand are the same. Yeah, exactly. They said his opinion doesn't matter because they are him.
Yes.
I mean, have you ever heard Chelsea and Katerin talking at the same time? Exactly.
Have you seen them at the table at the same time? It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It is, that's you're not wrong.
Chelsea's just
this
switching
one, look
between
at this. Hold on.
voice
I've even
and
got a
the-
sign that just popped up in my Pinterest for this one. Hold on.
Oh,
No.
the drowned
rat.
drowned rat. With our very own Gritzel the Rat Slayer. Okay, that's perfect.
Go for that.
My
Drowned
money.
rat.
Yep, drowned rat.
I just looked up tavern names, and that's one of the only like a sign. There's also a Rusty Cup sign that's got like a octopus on it, which I don't know what it has to do with a Rusty Cup, but
All right.
Nah, the drowned rat. That seems fitting.
All right. Let's see here. You're gonna have to get a new sign made.
why?
Because
Just
the
go
one
sign.
that's you have to get that sign made for the actual bar, right? You pick the name,
Oh,
now you
yeah,
gotta get the
okay,
sign.
fair.
The sign on the bar is the Blue Water Inn.
As you wish, Riley.
I'm trying to
Fine.
figure out how much this is going to cost you. I've put you on the map. I'm gonna unlock you some doors, or at least the front door. And how much do you guys want to invest in this business prospect? For instance, you can simply hire like a bartender at the simplest bare bones form. You can get a bartender, a barmaid. At like mid-tier, you could even go so far as to hiring musicians to play in your tavern on a consistent basis.
Yes.
You know what I'm thinking, right? We get a bartender, we get a barmaid. You know what? It's was there a kitchen in there? Yeah, we
You're free to
we
go
get a
in and
cook.
explore, like move around. You can see what amenities you have.
I also think you need muscle.
Yeah, so we get a bartender, a barmaid, a cook. Get probably get a bar back to deal with the barrels of ale and all that. And we get some of our own muscle. Low
Are you
key, nondescript,
thinking,
not
what, like 1, 2?
What?
How many?
Huh?
How many bouncers you want?
I think we get 4. 2 obvious,
Sure.
2 not so. 2 obvious, 2 just kind of hanging out like they're regulars.
We should probably figure out how much this is gonna cost.
That's what I'm tabulating. Give me your wish
we're-
list, and I'll go from there.
And we could probably get a discount on the wine shipments, like since we helped Baba Yaga out.
I mean, we can negotiate that separately. I'm just trying to figure out how much. Like, do you want to redecorate? Because currently it's all like wolf's heads on the walls.
You just put rat carcasses everywhere. I can redecorate for you.
There isn't a stage in there, so if you want to do the musician thing, you're gonna have to build them a place to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we'll just flip some tables together, and there you go, a stage.
We'll actually put some money into this. I think we'll put some money into it. I think also we should talk with Lord Strahd and see about getting, or maybe even see or look around to see if we can't get someone who's a little on the sneaky side. Have some people just listening into whispers, listening for any juicy bits of information. Listening for rebels and the like. So like a spy master.
You could do that, or you could always take the initiative and just hire some spies of your own.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should hire some spies for ourselves.
Yeah, we can start off with one, and then as it grows, get more.
Yeah, we'll start off with a spy, and we'll get a couple more when need be.
Okay, are we doing musicians?
Yes.
Okay, so that brings your employee total to 13.
13 gold? Perfect.
No, 13 people. Which,
And 2 apiece.
if you want skilled people in all of the things that you described, is 2 gold per, so that's a total of 26 gold a week. Putting a stage in will probably cost, let's say, 2,000 gold. But that's a one-time expense. Actually, I'm going to make that 5,000 gold for the stage, because it is risky to go harvest wood in Barovia.
I'm like, maybe we wait on this stage. We can afford other things.
Jesus, that's how much it costs. I could get wood in Barovia. Jeez, at this point, we might as well go harvest the wood ourselves.
Right, but you have to pay the lumberjacks and the guards to keep an eye on the lumberjacks and the guide to make sure they don't get in an area they shouldn't be in. And then there's the carpenters. Like, it adds up.
Yeah, it's like contract jobs.
Contractors and subcontractors and subcontractors.
Yeah, and we don't want to go with the lowest.
And
we don't
honestly,
wanna go.
it's a fairly big job to build a stage. Right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And yes, we will say that your liquor cost each week, which will be wrapped into the business's thing, which with all the employees you've hired is going to make your business pretty profitable, because you get a bonus for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys want to roll for profit once, or do you want to roll every time you check in?
I kind of like
thinking
the
one.
idea of. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
No, we could do with whatever you were going to say, Gritzel.
I kind of like the idea of every time we check in, because first of all, if you do it once, then we get a bad roll, and that's just what we're stuck with. But if we do it every time we check in, sometimes we might hit it higher.
Yeah. Sometimes it might be lower, sometimes it might be higher. I think rolling every time is the way to go. Plus, I mean, also there are things in the world that could affect how popular or how unpopular we are.
Okay. So, let's see here. You hired 13 people. I'm not. Oh, I should. Poop. This map is not very big. Okay. Let's go with 1, 2. Call you bartender. Call you server. And then we'll stick you in the back. Call you cook. Chef. Or what have you. And a bar back, yes.
Yep.
stick one guy up here at the door, and we'll call him bouncer number 1. Bouncer 2. Then you guys hired some spies. You hired just one spy, yes?
Yeah,
Yes.
for starting now. We'll get more if it proves relatively useful.
And then I won't bother identifying your other 2 bouncers, but they're around.
Yep, they're hidden amongst the respective crowd.
Okay. We didn't talk about employees for the inn portion of things.
Nah, we'll rely on the cockroaches to clean up the rooms.
I think one innkeeper, one maid should be fine.
I mean, technically your bartender can be your innkeeper, but like
Yeah, so
you
we
might
just
want to hire a maid.
Yeah.
one maid.
Send the other 2 gold every week. Okay. Coolio. So, obviously your business is not going to make any money for a bit. It's got to go under the renovations. The sign needs to be made. The stage is getting built. Things of that nature. You're setting up your liquor contract with Baba Yaga. Do you guys want to go see Baba Yaga? You don't have to. I'm just asking if we want to roleplay that out or if we want to.
I'm good skipping the role playing for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it does take you a few days to get all of that set up. You know, paperwork and the like. But I'm going to drop us back on the castle. Castle. To the castle now. Well, that seemed to take you a little bit more time.
Wait. We had to take some detours on our travel back, but wait. I am happy to report we were able to complete the task.
Yes. Yes, I've heard. Well done. I'm sorry, was there something else you wanted?
Oh, we were merely wondering if there were any more tasks you required completing, my lord.
Ah, yes. Well, there is one particularly difficult task I need undertaken. If you're feeling up to a challenge.
Looks to Inferno and Gritzel.
Well, it is okay.
No.
I am used to not having vote.
I mean, I mean, to be fair, Vlad, you're standing behind me. Do you want me to turn around and look you in the eyes too?
That would be the respectful way to ask, of course.
So what does everyone think?
Sure. A more challenging task sounds interesting.
What do you say, Gritzel?
I say that the simple tasks get me killed all the time, but let's go ahead for a more challenging one, why don't we?
Yes.
Why not?
Hey, what do you say, Vlad?
I see. If you are all up for a challenge, always good. Make a bigger name,
Alright.
please.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, good. Well, I wasn't necessarily asking. You're going to have to wind up doing this one way or the other. Anyway, there's a place up on Mount Gacchus, an old wizard's temple. It's called the Amber Temple. You'll understand why when you get there. Coated the entire place in amber. It's so tacky. Anyway, there's an old friend of mine lurking around the space. I want you to make sure he doesn't have any schemes up his sleeve.
Okay.
Okay.
And by make sure he doesn't have any schemes up his sleeve, you mean
I'm sorry, am I supposed to do your job now?
of course not, sir. Well, okay, we have got our mission. Let's go. Before Lord Strahd decides to kill someone.
How
Okay,
long will we
perfect.
stand here before the vampire eats me?
Run.
Run away! Run away!
No, because then he'll want to chase us. Walk swiftly. Power walk.
Power walk. Power walk those glutes off, Ice. God damn it.
Don't break eye contact! Oh, shit. Let's see here. I give you Mount Gacchus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you are in search of the Amber Temple.
The Amber Temple.
Okay, 2 seconds. Boop-boop-boop. Okay. Yoink. Yoink. Oops. World map. Yay! So once again, we are at Castle Ravenloft. Home, sweet home. And Mount Gacchus is all the way down here at the southern edge of the map. And up on one of its higher ridges is the Amber Temple, which if you zoom way, 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 way in, you can see is cut into the mountainside. Ooh. So, remind me how fast we move. 3 miles an hour? Is that what we came up with?
I believe so. There's about 3 is a average pace of a person.
Okay, so let's see how long this one will take. Assuming we want to stick to the roads as per usual.
Yeah,
Very
unless we
efficient.
want to get lost.
I mean, you don't know if you'll get lost or not. You haven't risked it yet. Ba-doo-boo, ba-doo. Oh, so many twists and turns up the mountain. I love it.
Twisty, twisty.
All right. It is 29 miles to where we need to wind up. Which means you got a 9-hour journey ahead of you. You're basically going to be going all day.
Yeah, I
Oh,
figured
boy.
that.
You know, we never got a drink this
Yeah, we
whole
never
time.
did.
Of that, I am very aware.
We're going to be traveling most of the day and probably are going to have to camp out on the side of the mountain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that sounds like a Riley trap. So,
We need to commandeer some horses again. Move a bit faster.
Why not invest in wagon? Or carriage? Ride in style. Roads are good enough.
You know, he does have a good point.
it also seems to be using up a lot of our money that we make.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get a total for what the tavern was going to cost us?
I mean, the only real upfront cost you have is the sign and the stage. The stage was $5,000. The sign will be like 20 gold. So
I thought we were holding off on the stage for now, but I mean,
Then-
if we're not, I don't know. I don't have 5,000.
then the expenses
gold.
of the tavern will be coming out of the tavern's profit,
Okay.
and what we roll for will be your raw profit on top, if any. Okay. So, I mean, you can get a carriage at the market in Valaki.
Sure. Let's get a carriage. Why not? Travel in comfort and style. Hire some NPC to be our carriage driver.
Oh boy. All right. So a carriage weighs that. How many horses will you need? You'll need at least 2 draft horses to pull it. Because I don't think an elephant's an option here.
Aw, no elephants?
Well,
Ooh.
I was trying to figure out if I could, like, justify it, but, like, the whole scene is kind of described as piney, you know? I always got, like, the pine forest feel out of it, not the...
Yeah.
Which, yeah, so it just doesn't feel right for an elephant to be in the... Yeah, so you'll need at least 2 draft horses. So that is 200 gold. And if you want to hire a driver, that's 2 gold a day.
Bougie we
Here's
are.
200 gold. Here's 200 gold. In Gritzel Inferno, one of you can pay the driver for the day.
I can be the driver.
I
Right,
can
you're gonna
pay
have
the
to remind
driver.
me to pay him though.
Yeah, same here.
I mean,
I'll pay him.
okay, so
but...
there's two different ways I could do this, right? I have told you this, right? Part of my
No.
DM brain says leave it up to you guys to remember, and then one day when you forget for after some time, the carriage is just gonna be gone when you get back. But
I
Yeah, I'm gonna.
deducted
Yeah.
2 for now.
for today,
Or,
right?
yeah.
It's like, hey, carriage driver, it's your job to remind us to pay you.
He's just gonna take the carriage too, because we have the worst luck having wagon. Some shit always happens to our wagon. When fire or something, like we're not meant to have that. It's too nice for us. So it'll disappear someday.
Last times we had horses, they all fucking died.
Yeah. We're not meant to have nice things.
Maybe that's why we're evil.
So yeah, I think you guys have to be in charge of remembering to pay the driver.
All right, I'll
You know
make
what?
a special note in my sheet.
You know what, driver? Here, you know what, here. Oh yeah, Kurt's already paid you your 2 coins for a day. Okay, got to remember to pay him.
There is. You guys made it into the tower, right? The creepy tower that killed you, or almost killed you, in Release of Dragon.
Creepy, you know.
Yes,
Creepy
yes,
tower
we
that killed him.
did.
Okay. Sorry, I've run this campaign so many times, I get confused on how much of this we have completed thus far. Honestly, we're through a lot of the content, which is kind of cool. So we have bought a carriage in Valaki, which it doesn't give me a movement speed for a carriage.
That is awesome.
Let's see if we can't find it.
I mean, I guess I could base it off of like the horse movement speed,
Yeah.
which between the two of them, because it is a heavy object, we basically factor it into a 40-foot draft horse goes 40 feet. So that would get
A
you another
carriage-
extra mile an hour. What do you got?
Let's see. A carriage weighs 600 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Between 2 draft horses, 2 draft horses can hold just shy. A draft horse can hold 540. So between 2, they can easily pull a carriage.
Right. So we could go with 80 feet, which will get you 8 more miles a day. More or less. Right?
Yeah.
Or get you to
Yeah,
8
more or less.
miles an hour. I think it factors down to about a mile.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So that will greatly improve your time frame. It did take you probably 3 hours to get to Valaki. And then it'll probably take another hour to get everything all set, right? Gotta sign all the paperwork, get all the ownership bills. I feel like they can't do the typical dealership thing with you guys, which I would typically do for something like this, but you guys are just gonna wind up killing them if I do that, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no, I love to imagine it's like he's like, some new suckers I could sucker into, sees our armor, weapons, and recognizes us as direct agents of Strahd. Okay, maybe not
Decides to
these
play it
guys.
straight, yeah. But it still does take an hour to get all of the shit done, including getting the horses connected properly. So that's 4 hours of your day, and now we have you moving at 8 miles in an hour, and we have... Wait, place to go. Boo. Just so you guys know, your driver is just a commoner. So, like, not a combatant.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
so don't bring them into combat. Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, no,
like your driver is not an extra sword, okay?
Yeah, no, he's there to
Wow.
drive the carriage. Listen, driver, you drive the carriage, and if we get attacked, you just drive the carriage. All right? But if someone steals the carriage from you, I'm killing you myself.
Okay, so first obstacle we need to face comes about an hour into the journey.
All right, the Riley trap has been sprung.
Oh God.
This is actually a built-in module deal.
Oh, interesting.
The Riley traps
The
are
module.
gross. Again, keeping in mind that the module is kind of directed on the idea that you're opposing Strahd the entire time.
So does that mean most combat situations we can be like, just kidding, we're working for that guy, and they're like, oh, okay.
In some,
listen.
yes.
Hey, that's the epic thing about this. It's like, oh, none shall pass in the name of Lord Strahd. We're working with Lord Strahd and have orders to go there. Ah, very well. Hey, it's worked out for us in more than once, so
Hey,
So,
Yeah.
as it should.
it turns out working for the big bad has its benefits.
it can be beneficial. It can also be hindering. Right.
Mhm. It's ups and downs. But hey, the coin is good. At the end of the day, isn't that all that really matters?
All that matters is that nice, shiny gold piece that's in our
All
coin
that
purses.
glitters is gold. That's about all you get. Ba-do-boo-boo. Yoink. Doink.
Oh no, we should be so worried.
Mm-hmm. So very worried.
There we go.
Hmm?
All right. A shelf of rock on which the mountain road clings to grows narrow, the carriage wheels running along the sides, very close to the cliff edge, but not quite on it. To your left, the icy cliffs rise sharply towards dark, rolling clouds. To your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog. Ahead, through the wind and snow, you see a high wall of black stone, lined with spikes and topped by statues of demonic vultures with horned heads. Set in the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, behind which burns a curtain of green flame. On the other side of the dark wall, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone, topped with golden statues depicting mighty warriors. Never understand it. Oh, I guess I kind of understand why they do that now. But I can do that. That's kind of what the statues look like from above. Let's see if they give me art. That should have showed up on the map. It's over here. see what kind of art they do. Probably one that shows way too much. Do. Yep, don't want to do that one yet.
Oh, it's a juicy trap.
Good juicy trap.
You kind of sounded like a redneck right at the end.
Yeah.
Juicy trap. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. Hang on a second. If you look to the left side of your map, you will see a full profile.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can storm this castle.
All right.
No
Let's
problem.
I guess let's approach.
I mean, storming castle without some sort of siege weapon seems like suicide, but it's okay.
It's just one of those. We'll do what we can.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfram, as you get closer, you realize, I mean, from a distance, the gate stood out, but it really does because it is 30 feet tall. The adjoining
Now that.
walls stand 20 feet higher than the gate itself. The spikes extending off of the lower end of those 50-foot walls, making the walls probably stand closer to 70 feet into the air. Or, well, actually, probably 55, 60 feet into the air, with the statues standing well above that. It's
Wow,
impressive.
that is certainly impressive.
You get the feeling that, I mean, the gate is also a portcullis style gate, which means it's usually like winch operated, and that winch is
Mm-hmm.
very rarely on the outside of the gate.
Mm. Well, I mean,
And beyond the
I haven't.
portcullis, you can see, and the entire back wall, like the entire backdrop of this portcullis, is green flame that is just constantly burning.
Well, that's wonderful. Hey, Gritzel. You wanna scout out the other side of this place with the broom?
Wolfram, you step there, and the portcullis begins to screech and groan and rise.
Oh, never mind.
That doesn't look like I need to.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, in I go, I guess.
Now you are faced with a wall of green fire.
Ah, is it
Can
a?
we go through the fight?
I don't know. In front. You want to walk through the fire inferno?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Seems like an Inferno thing to do.
It really does.
You want to try and walk through the fire?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, give me a second.
I mean, there's a few why nots, but by all means.
Okay, you can see through the fire. You want to go walk through it?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, Inferno, as you pass through the fire, you take
Resistant.
700 points of damage.
29 points of fire damage.
Even with resistance.
No, you can cut that in half.
Okay,
So
wanted to make
14.
sure.
You good there, Inferno? You look a little singed, buddy.
No, I'm good. That's why I'm hot. So it's all good.
Still take 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Inferno, that big white marble tower with those statues on top of it depicting those mighty warriors has a door.
Do I see any? I guess the best way to describe it is off button for that green fire. I mean,
Give me a perception check.
all right, we could do this. Perception.
No, you do
not
not.
the best.
There's
Okay.
no big button.
Okay.
How far does the wall go up?
Over the gate, it's 50 feet. And then it's 30 feet with probably 10-foot spikes on the short sections.
Well, could you guys fly over with the broom?
Is a thought. Who's first? I could probably take someone with me. I could take Wolfram and then send the broom back for Vlad. Potentially. Wolfram, thoughts?
Sure.
Okay, we give it a try.
You want to go up and over?
Yeah, if I can go over a wall rather than the direct wall of flame, that's a deal.
Okay. As you get in between the two statues of the demonic flying creatures, they begin to shake and shudder, and the stone of them falls away, and they are replaced by two shrieking demons.
Oh, joy.
That's wonderful news.
It's wonderful news.
That's what they look like. Ryan and Justin, you should remember them.
Yeah, I remember them from the Hells. I also remember that motherfucking NPC of ours stole my fucking kill.
You got
Oh, those assholes. You know what? It's okay. Just don't let them touch you.
We are gonna
Or
roll
eat
for
you.
initiative. Do, 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 do. Boo. What do I want to use for this? I think all right. So one of these creatures is going to get to kick things off. It is going to swoop right in Gritzel's direction.
Congratulations, Gritzel.
Thank you. This is Gritzel and Wolfram on a broom, correct?
Yep. So we're gonna put Wolfram
Okay.
here. And as it's flying up, it will attempt. It will open its maw, and from it will come a just horrifying, blood-chilling shriek. I am gonna need Wolfram and Gritzel to give me a DC 14 con save.
I mean, are you certain I'm not a demon, Riley?
Are you a demon?
I feel like a demon sometimes. I did not mean to have bless on. Sorry.
That's okay. All right. So you
You
were
act a little
success.
demonish in this campaign.
It will then release a spore cloud
Ah,
that will encapsulate
spores.
the two of you. Can you give me another DC 14 con save? And that's going to wrap it up for that. Right. Let's get a spore cloud. All right. Did that show up? That was better. Inferno, you're on the other side of the green fire. You see Gritzel and Wolfram begin to rise up over, and then you watch the two statues crumble and animate. And one of the creatures zips straight over and begins to assault with Wolfram and Gritzel upon their broom mid-flight. What would you like to do?
Well, they're too far away, so at the guy that's over here,
Okay.
I'm going to shoot 2 crossbow bolts at it.
Can only shoot a crossbow once.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Loading.
Yeah, wrong button.
That's just damn.
Fire.
Your crossbow is going to zip past one of the feathery wings.
Nah, that's okay. The goal was to hopefully get his attention.
Will that be all for Inferno?
Yes, it would be.
Now, you could technically use your second attack to reload your crossbow, right? Oh.
Okay, in that case, I'll reload.
And then you can fire it. Alright. Wolfram! What would you like to do? You are on a broom with Gritzel. You agree. This was a good idea.
How close are we to this one?
In reality, I had to adjust for y'all. He did his shit from out here.
Okay. And that one is also about how far?
Right about where he's at, but higher.
Okay, but he's higher. I'm gonna look at this guy over here, and I'm gonna chuck a guiding bolt at him.
Alright, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, so the next attack against him is made with advantage, and that'll be Wolfram's turn. There's not a whole lot he can do as far as ranged fighting goes.
Right, that's gonna bring us to Vlad. Vlad has a longbow. He will fire at the one that Wolfram just hit. Which Wolfram do you want to do a holy thing? I think missiles
what do
the
you mean?
best option.
Oh yeah. Let me grab it. Holy. Yeah, missile is pretty good for most just shots. So
Pew! No.
crit.
Alright. He'll do 9 with his first shot. Right, I don't have anything I can stack on there, I don't think. No, not really. Alright. But because he's using a bow, he'll fire again. No advantage this time, but we stick with 22. That does 8 more damage with his second attack. Grit! So that's going to bring us to you. What do you want to do?
I guess I would like to try and hit this one.
With...
With longbow.
Okay. Okay.
Damn.
Right in the heart. Is that going to be all for Gritzel?
Yeah, that'd probably be it.
Okay.
If the creature has fewer than 100 HP, it needs to make a DC 15 con save or be slayed instantly.
Has less than what?
If it has less than 100 HP, it must make a DC 15 con or die instantly on a crit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alright. That one's dead.
Yeah, literally right through the heart.
Boom.
Literally in the heart. Alright.
Damn, Gritzel.
That's going to bring us this
yeah,
one.
Your bow does lose 1 charge from it, though.
Smart enough to realize you guys are a lot to deal with. So it is going to fly this way and take a dive towards Inferno. Okay. And we'll go after Inferno. Inferno, do you have a cloak of displacement? Yeah.
I don't know. I thought a bunch, like a couple of you guys got cloaks of displacement.
Yeah. Shield plates. Double checking. Cloak of protection, but no.
Okay.
No, I do not have displacement.
Okay, well, it is not successful. Either of its strikes. It is now your turn, Inferno. What do you want to do?
Is he... Can I swing with his sword?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
He goes down,
We're
actually. He's
going-
right up in reachy range.
We go with 1 and 2, and we'll add some divine on the second one. And you know what? We just got the action surge, so why not?
Alright. Yep, you're going to kill the other one. Take us out, combat.
Well, I guess that tested our patience. You guys want to fly over and then we'll see what's inside this building after we harvest this meat?
Yes?
Yeah.
Can we move over here now? I think I need permission. It doesn't want me to move anywhere.
Yeah, I can't move straight through, I don't think. Yeah, no.
Not
Oh,
the
wait,
wall.
no,
Go
there
through
we go.
the... Yeah, go through the
Through the door.
and you'll be fine.
That's what they all say. Just go through the door and you'll be fine.
What's the worst that could happen? Also, good job, Gritzel, on that crit to a straight just death.
Thank you. But also, why can't I go through the freaking door?
Because you're small and doors are hard.
The doors just don't like you, Gritzel. I don't know what to say, man.
Also, I felt fine until like 10, and now I'm super stuffy and it's not great.
That sucks.
The illness has caught up with you, Gritzel.
Well, the
Apparently
good news
so.
is, I think that is a good spot to leave it. So, Inferno deals the killing blow to the final demon. And that is where we'll leave our tale for today. Let me pull up.
Are we also gonna get that the assist XP for the 6 commoners we got killed?
No.
We gonna get any Valdi XP? Were any of the enemies we
No.
slayed today named Valdi?
No.
We're gonna get some. Do we get any business owner XP since we're starting a business?
No!
And
we
we
get it?
didn't
Do we-
kill anybody.
Keep
Starting a
trying,
business.
Ryan. I think you're wearing him down.
Riley, are we getting XP for successfully completing a mission without killing everyone, murder hobo style?
I mean, in a sense, yes.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Except for the orphans.
Except for the orphans.
Do we get orphan
Listen,
XP?
they're orphan. He already said no to orphan XP.
Oh, okay.
Are we getting any were Riley's favorite table XP?
That should be a lot of XP, I think.
Yeah, we do a lot for you, Riley.
I'm like, I'm still chilling and I can't breathe through my nose anymore, so that should count for some XP.
Do we get any Chelsea can't breathe anymore XP?
No!
that seems like an
Uh,
excellent reason to get XP.
Do we
Chelsea
get any
can't
XP for
breathe
Gracie?
Do we
No.
get any Gracie XP?
No.
Do we get any? We hired an NPC XP for the coachman.
No.
We hired
We-
so
we-
many NPCs.
Do we get any shopping XP since we did some shopping today?
Do we get XP for me making a note to always pay our carriage driver?
That definitely deserves XP
Yeah, definitely.
because they might get paid sometimes now.
Because I can guarantee you, I will forget. I'd be like, "What the hell is this note?" Okay, I gotta give 2 gold pieces for some reason.
I also kind of
If
feel
we
like we
rename
should just give them
Gritzel
like
to-
20.
If we rename Gritzel to Valdi and kill her, do we get the Valdi XP then?
No.
What if we
love-
revive? What if we revive Valdi to kill Gritzel? Do we get that XP?
We'd have to
What if
bring
revive-
back Rigrag from wherever he is.
Yeah, God, Rigrag. I love that the running XP, the joke of Valdi XP, has lasted longer than the guy who fucking played Valdi.
I wonder if like Rigrag ever thinks about this and how if he realizes how big of a part Valdi will always be in this because we'll always ask for the Valdi XP.
It'll forever be an inside joke.
No,
We-
you're not
we've
getting
even-
XP for that either. But you did earn 5,000 XP today.
Ooh,
Mm.
actually a nice bit of XP.
Which makes your total 28,803. Looking for
28.
34,000.
Mm.
So
Mm.
We're looking for 30. Yeah, we're looking for 34,000. We just need another 6,000. Not even. We need 5,200 XP.
Yep.
I mean, so if we have another day like this, plus a little extra, we'll hit level fucking 8. Jesus. So just
I'm not
question:
gonna-
what's the breakdown for all this XP we got then?
okay, so you guys decided to negotiate with the werewolves instead of I mean, yeah, you were a little threatening, but you weren't like openly aggressive, right? I give double XP for shit like that.
Ooh.
That's always the thing because I had a really
Oh,
hard
man.
hoboe table and I needed to break the habit, so I found a way to break the habit. The first way
At least gonna
was a
try to make us
lich,
good guys.
a shopkeeper that was a lich who was very much rude to everyone, so they attacked her and she killed them. The next was double XP for negotiating.
You know what? And I'm gonna be so honest because it makes sense. Because violence should always, like, murder should always be like your last option.
In
Unless you're us.
essence, right? So I do have.
Unless you're us.
I don't make people openly aware of that fact. I probably said it like way back when we first started playing together, but I don't like constantly bring it up. If that makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah,
It will not.
talking
It will
your
not
way
stop
through
this
things
party.
will earn you more. So that was your chunk, but the rocks are no slouches. I mean, they're only a CR6. I did expect them to put up a little bit more of a fight against you, but then Gritzel got the crit, and that just... Yeah. I forgot that I gave Inferno the Fallen Angel.
Hey, okay, we had his whole, he turned the holy avenger into a fallen angel and then proceeded to spank that bastard with the sword.
Yeah. So yeah, that was, you know, a problem. Anyway.
What did that? Did those swings give a little bit too much oomph?
I mean, like, that being said, we still have struggled in some fights,
You have.
even with the shit we got. So
yeah, I'm not too worried. The temple's fun. So anyway, if you've hung out with us this long, or if you're watching this afterwards, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on this run of Curse of Strahd. For now.
bye.
Goodbye.